Zach Tyler here, and that's right, I'm continuing, or starting rather, the Perfecting Blackgarden series. This is the first version of the Perfecting Blackgarden deck, and this will also take place the deck profile for the TG Blackgarden. Now, I realize there's no TGs in here, but the reason for this is because this is where the Blackgarden, tech and ideas have led to. So I hope you guys like it, and we'll be starting right in a second. But before that, one thing I wanted to say was that if you guys have any decks or cards or ideas or anything that you guys want me to look at and consider for doing another Perfecting series on, let me know in the comments or send me a message for the fact that if I think there's potential that could be competitive or a deck idea or a card, I'll definitely look at it and I'll try some tech-ins and see what I can do with it. So definitely let me know. So anyways, yeah, Blackgarden. Let's go into Blackgarden first. When a monster is normal special summon, except by the effect of Blackgarden, have its attack. Also, you special summon one Rose token to its controller's opponent's side of the field in attack position. You can target one monster in your graveyard with attack equal to the total attack of all face-up plant-type monsters on the field. Destroy this card and all face-up plant-type monsters, then special summon that target. So there's two obviously big things that we have to go in here. One, having the attack. That destroys everything. Not to mention that for decks like Windups or whatever, if they have just their regular monsters out, your token that you get, because whenever it's the opposite person your normal special summons, can run over that. So your token's essentially a 1600 beater, and everything else is really weak. Now the second part, and why this deck is pretty good too, is that you contribute all of your pretty much plant tokens on the field, and special summon one card from your deck. Now with that, you can get out Breaker the Magical Warrior, and you can get out, I believe, Summoner Monk. You can get out either of those with Blackgarden's effect, so that's pretty cool. The big thing, too, is that it special summons it to your opponent's side of the field, which means that you always have, as long as Blackgarden's activated, you always have defense to their special summons, especially like a deck like Windups that goes all out. You'll have 5 cards to buffer you against their attacks. So yeah, that's the core of the deck, and we run 5 targets for it. It was at 4, but I find 5 to be much more consistent. So then we'll go into kind of the meat of the deck. Genex Ally Crusher. Once per turn, when you normal summon a monster of this card's attribute, you can select and destroy one card your opponent controls. Now that sounds kind of lame at first, but let me explain to you why this card's good. You can set Crusher, and then if someone attacks into Crusher and he's flipped face up, he gains his original attack. So he's 1,000 attack, but Blackgarden in the field is essentially 2,000. And he has 2,000 defense, so Blackgarden's in the field, a 4,000 monster can't get over him. Now also what you can do with him, since you have, I think, 14 or 15 dark targets, one of the big combos you can do with this deck, you set Genex Ally Crusher, they attack into it, they take some battle damage. Next turn, you normal summon Breaker the Magical Warrior. Now what that does, it activates Crusher's effect, because you normal summon a dark, destroys one card on the field, and then it activates Breaker's effect, so you get a pop, you can pop 2 cards, and then you can XYZ, or you can just maintain the advantage there. Another thing is that Breaker gains 300 attack, so with that, he's just, even with his attack half of Blackgarden, he's still a good card because he has that 1900 attack. Another thing you can do is you can set Dong Zalong. And Dong Zalong, if you set him and they attack into him, then you get his full attack still, and you can still attack directly and get a discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. And with that effect, you can pretty much not only maintain your hand advantage, but discard your opponent's hand advantage. Now, I have 3 tour guides in here. Yes, I know, tour guide's expensive as crap, but if you looked at my other Battle Pack Epic Dawn video, you'll see that tour guide's actually going down to, actually it's going to go a lot lower than I predicted in that video. It's probably going to go down to about $15 to $20. So getting 3 not only is not that hard anymore, but you can also run them anything. It's also a target for Crusher, so you can pop 1, and you can XYZ summon into any of the crap down here. I run 3 Drop Guavas for the Lagia and Dolka plays, and not only that, but the really cool combo you can do with Blackgarden, you can normal summon activate Blackgarden, normal summon Drop Guava. It creates an 800 token. Drop Guava is 850, so not only can you destroy the token and get another Drop Guava, but you can also XYZ for Velzor, Lagia, or Dolka. So it's just a really easy first turn, or I guess second turn, Lagia play, and then you can negate anything with it. Sangan is just for the tour guide targets and the fact that he's a normal summon for Crusher. And then Summoner Monk is also really good in this deck because you run 16 spells. He's a target for the pop of Crusher, and you can instantly XYZ for anything you need. And he has 1600 defense, so if you set him, people can't really get over him. And then you have Birdman. Birdman's for the tour guides, for the monk, He's a target for Crusher, and you can get out Arcanine Magician with him. So what you can do is you can normal summon Magical Warrior if Crusher's on the field, popping 2 cards with that, then popping back Magical Warrior to your hand for Birdman, sinking for 7, getting out Arcanite, and then popping 2 more. So you pop 4 cards, and you got an 1800 defense person with Black Iron on the field. That makes it so pretty much no one can get over him. And then we run 3 Forbidden Lances just for the fact that your monsters and XYZs are getting halved as well as theirs. So Forbidden Lance, that puts you at the advantage because you can make them lose 800 attack. So you're permanently at the advantage of Forbidden Lance. And then we just have staples, MST, 2 dualities for consistency because you normal and set a lot. Heavy Storm for back row, Dark Hole for Game Changer, Monster Reborn Game Changer, Pot of Avarice because you run the 3 Guabas and 3 Tour Guides, and that allows you to easily use it for the draw power. 2 Torrential, just because obvious Game Changer, and when they normal summon a card, you get a token, and you can activate it on that. 2 Solemn Warnings for just negation, and obviously Solemn Judgment. As for the extra deck, we got the Leviathan, Levair, and number 30 Acid Golem, just because of the Tour Guide targets. And also, Leviathan's really good in this deck because you normal summon, or you XYZ summon him with Tour Guide, you detach, and that effectively makes him 1500, which is he's a 3000 beater of Black Iron on the field. So yeah, he's really good. Then you just got Utopia, Blade Armor Ninja for your 2 Dongs along targets, Kachigochi Dragon for really fast damage because he can attack twice. You can just kill a token and attack for 2100, and you can also target him with Lance. Number 50 Blackhorn, even though he's not out yet, but once he is, he'll be really good in the deck because you can pop a token and inflict 1000 damage. So that's really good. Lagia, Dolka, I already went into those. Photon, Pablo, because if people set card after they realize that the only way to get over Black Iron is to set them, you can XYZ for this and then have them lose attack and put them to attack position. So that can be potentially very good. Meshchoke the Symphony Jin, just because he can put someone in defense position and he's a very good stall card. And then we have your sinks for Gen X Ally Birdman. We have Prio because he's a staple. We have Arcanite Magician because he's extremely powerful in this deck with his Pop 2 and 1800 defense. And then Black Rose, who's a staple. So yeah, guys, here's the final, or not the final, but the current build of the Black Garden deck. I hope you guys like it. Give comments, rate, suggestions, subscribe, and yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later, YouTube.